am hungry.
Look!
Who's that?
I am hungry.
Well, I can see that.
No. I am hungry.
Oh, that's his name.
You got it. Give me food. Oh, yeah.
Not so fast.
Who turned out the lights? Ooh, nice shorts. Yeah. To him. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh, heads up.
Come on. I want lunch. Ah,
That was close.
oh, nurse.
Let's get rid of this pest.
Give me food. Give me
All
food.
right. One cheeseburger to go.
What? No fries.
Hello and welcome everybody back to the channel. I'm going to keep this intro pretty short. I just want to say thank you to every single one of you who subscribed and got the channel up to almost 140 subscribers. And thank you to everybody who watched the video and got it to 3,400 views. I really think that that's amazing, and I couldn't even fathom that when I first started the channel. I'm honestly very happy how far we've gotten, and yeah guys, it's just it really helps me, you know, keep my drive up to do this stuff. So I just want to say thank you to you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this image origin video. So for those who caught some of my earlier videos, you guys probably know that I like to find the origin to creepypasta images. Now the reason why these pictures kind of intrigue me is because these pictures go far and beyond past what they're actually supposed to be. Most of the time I'm assuming that the authors to these stories usually pick the images just because it corresponds with the story that they've already written, or maybe they're gonna base an entire story around an image itself. One of the best examples that I can think of, and that is instilled in the public consciousness, is that of Jeff the Killer. Now, this is an image that people are still trying to figure out the origins to. Now, most of the people still attribute the image to Jeff the Killer, the creepypasta, and the character. However, we know that through some internet sleuthing, that this picture in fact does predate the image, or the creepypasta story, by at least 3 years. Now, why is it that the stories usually take and garner the most attention aside from the actual subject matter, back from where the base of the image came from? I like to think because of how unsettling, quote unquote unsettling, the stories are. And I would assume that the macabre nature of the stories and or the images is usually what keeps people enthralled. Now, one that I really like to think about, and that some people to this day still kind of get mistaken, is that of the Russian sleep experiment. This is an image that a lot of people still assume, usually younger kids, but that's okay, some older people still think about it, still think that this is real, that this was an actual picture of one of the patients, when in reality it's just a Halloween prop, and a pretty scary one at that. But back to the topic at hand, the image that I'm going to talk to you guys about actually is way more interesting than I thought it was going to be, and honestly it kind of leaves a little bit more up in the air than some of the other pictures usually do, but that's not a bad thing, because the picture sets out what it's supposed to do, and it does it very well. But the origin of this image is actually incredibly fascinating, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it also. So I'm gonna get to it. So I'm sure that the creepypasta aficionados in the audience and old internet users probably remember seeing the picture that I used for the intro of this chapter. Now, this picture has been around for a very long time on the internet and has been used in multiple different types of context. And for the one that I'm using here as a reference, I am of course talking about a creepypasta that is simply titled McDonald's. Now, usually I read these to you guys in a condensed form, or if they're not too long, I just read them despite of quality. But to be honest with you guys, this one is kind of lame, and I don't really want to read it. It's just not good. But if you guys want to find it on the Creepypasta wiki or uh, find it here on YouTube, it's literally just called McDonald's. But yeah. So I remember seeing this picture back at around, I believe, 2014. It was the thumbnail to, again, the McDonald's creepypasta that was narrated by Creepypasta. Now, the good thing about this picture is that it is actually what the creepypasta is talking about. So again, it goes back to that thing where I'm sure somebody saw the picture and they're like, hey, this will make a good creepypasta. So with that being said, that was my first exposure to this picture, and I always thought it was pretty creepy. I mean, seeing this Ronald McDonald look-alike or cosplayer just eating an arm, which is obviously a prop, it's just really unnerving, especially for those who have seen Ronald McDonald in a different light. So, what makes this picture, like I said, stand out amongst the rest of them? Well, first we have to get through the process that I had to get through to even get started on this search for the original source of the picture. So my search began when I ran the classic creepypasta photo through TinEye, and it brought me back a lot of results. And what I'd like to do is I usually like to set it from the oldest to the newest use of the picture. And the oldest and most recent one were actually pretty interesting to me because the oldest was from 2008 and the newest one was from 2021. Now, about the oldest one, I checked it out and it was a closed down wiki with the name McDonald's. And I checked it through the Wayback Machine, trying to see if I could correlate some more stuff. And the earliest snapshot is this. It is in Spanish and it's an encyclopedia. I'm not too sure what that was all about. Maybe it's an earlier version of Wikipedia. I don't know. And as you can see, this very creepy rendition of McDonald's, Ronald McDonald. And the more that I read about this, the more I started to realize that this is, in fact, kind of like a hate page, if that makes sense. And it being in Spanish kind of makes it a little bit weird. I don't know why some random person decided to make this, but from what I could read, there was a lot of hate towards McDonald's, and in fact the picture that is associated with the OG McDonald's picture is something that is labeled under Ronald McDonald checking the quality of the meat, and it shows, well, the picture that we're trying to figure out now. Now, obviously, it didn't get me anywhere because there was no credit. I'm pretty sure that they weren't really worried all that much about giving credit to the original creator. So I was, again, back in the dark. So I checked the newest one, and surprisingly enough, it was on Reddit. So I thought maybe I'd have a little bit more of a lead there. So when I checked, it was honestly kind of helpful for my search because when I opened it up and I looked, I realized that there was another picture of the same sort with the picture of the Cannibal one. So not only did this lead me to believe that there was more pictures like this, but that some people have actually seen them. So that gave me hope that I might actually run into something in Reddit. You know, people asking like, well, where's, what's the source of this one? But unfortunately, no, I did not get any source there. So again, I had to keep searching. So feeling a little bit discouraged, I hit the drawing board again and went through TinEye and sifted through a bunch of the search results, hoping to find something. And unfortunately, a lot of them sent me to dead links. And those that I could run through the Wayback Machine and get an archive page usually did not credit the creator, so again we were hitting another brick wall. Now, as I was kind of just doom scrolling through all of these search results, I finally hit the oil underground because eventually through all of this sifting I found a site called My Confined Space that finally was able to give me a breakthrough. And in fact, it was what jump started the entire end goal for me. Now, the link sent me to a post titled Ronald McCannibal. And the funny thing about this post is that for some reason, somebody is seemingly arguing with themselves in the comments over whether it's a repost or not. And a lot of the people were linking back to the first post on LiveJournal, which I guess it was a repost. And a lot of people were wondering where it actually came from as early as 2009. A lot of people said that it's just been all over the place on 4chan, and unfortunately that's kind of like a knee-jerk reaction that some people have. Oh, the picture came from 4chan, but where exactly did 4chan get that picture? Luckily, somebody in that same comment thread, on the very last comment, posted a link to a website called LiveJournal. So obviously I clicked on it because it had a very interesting URL titled Miss McDonald's. And at this point, I knew that I had found it. So I went to the site, and unfortunately, it seems to be a bit deprecated. However, I remembered that I had the beautiful website known as the Wayback Machine. And when I put it through here, the results were very, very interesting. And in fact, it was way more than I thought I was going to get my hands on, and I can't believe how much of this stuff was actually hidden away for this long. And you guys just have to see for yourself. So when you open up the page, you're greeted with this very cool website and a really nice opener, which basically is an announcement that says announcement, the Miss McDonald's photo exhibit, a year in the life of Miss McDonald's, a photo exhibit, when November 5th to the 25th, 2005, opening the 5th of November, Saturday at 7 p.m., store for all seasons, 605 Shaw Boulevard. Man, I can't read that. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. Metro Manila, Philippines. Come celebrate a whole year of Miss McDonald's. And then it links, I guess, back to her page. The Miss McDonald's project began as a Halloween costume created on the 30th of October 2004. Pictures of Miss McDonald's in various mundane situations were taken with the idea of posting them in an online journal. The very first post went up on the 6th of November 2004. Since then, the Miss McDonald's live journal has been visited thousands of times by people all over the world. The exhibit will feature prints of my best of the year's online pictures, as well as outtakes and other never before seen photos. All prints are on sale. Miss McDonald's will be at the opening at November 5th, Saturday from 7 to 8 p.m. Come by and celebrate with us. Directions, it just gives to the directions to the building. So now that we know that it's an exhibit and it was a broader project, what exactly do we take away from this? Well, we can see that it was part of some sort of initiative to kind of open up this new store called Store for All Seasons. And the initiative was kind of to like, not in a bad way, but to kind of piggyback off of this kind of internet celebrity that was right there in the Philippines by, getting people to come in there and go see her, kind of like a meet and greet type of thing. And they even had like a secret picture up there of her, and that's just another piece to the puzzle that I probably will never see because I don't know if this store is open anymore. From all the research that I've done, it probably doesn't look like it. And the person that she mentioned is helping her open up this exhibit, Chauviness, and then somebody else. I couldn't find the sugar pop person, but Chauviness is apparently like a DJ or something. And I tried messaging her, but obviously she's not gonna give, she's not gonna care what I have to say. So probably not gonna hear back from that. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of an initiative to get people to come over there, and if you really think about it, I would imagine that they kind of had it planned from before, just because it pretty much ends as soon as the store opens, and that's okay because we got all these cool pictures. I'm gonna put some of them up here, and there's one called Halloween. This is where we get the infamous picture from, and there's just several more, and I'll put kind of like a little slideshow of some of them that I found. Be aware that some of them from 2004, they won't load no matter what snapshot you use, at least in my attempt. So be aware of that if you go to the website. However, the ones from later on do. And another thing that I can take away from this is that pretty much after this promotion, she kind of went quiet, and I was going to try to like dig a little bit deeper, try to figure out who this was, but I did not want to, because if she's been able to evade, you know, that for pretty much 20 years, I'm pretty sure she wants her privacy, and that's completely fine because I'm probably not that smart. So another thing that I wanted to kind of talk about is that I want to see if anybody from the Philippines, if people still talk about her. I don't know if I have any viewers in the Philippines, but it'd be really interesting to see if she's still kind of talked about, like she's kind of this internet legend over there, because seemingly nobody knows about her over here in the United States, despite her picture being pretty much everywhere. Back in those like early internet days, it's kind of like a shock picture, if you will. And yeah, this is just another one of those creepypastas transcending the picture, and the picture kind of being forgotten, which sucks. But yeah, I mean that was an interesting deep dive, and it was really awesome to see all of her pictures, and you know, kind of see the promotion that she kind of put herself into. And regardless of what the true intentions were of the pictures, they're honestly 100% awesome. And yeah, what do you guys think? So just a quick outro again, guys. I hate taking your time, because I don't know how many people actually watched all the way to the end, but I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel, and thank you for being patient with me. Some of you might know that I released a video before, and I just was not happy with it. I don't like making kind of samey type of videos. I just don't. So I privated that and did this instead, and hopefully this one came out much better because it's content that I'm used to. It's content that I make, and it's content that you guys enjoy. So that's all that really matters to me, is that you guys enjoy it. So if anybody actually wants to see that previous video, I can unprivate it, but as of right now I'm just gonna keep it that way. But regardless, again, couldn't be possible without you guys, and thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your week.
Hey Mario, that big old 500-pound some bitch, Bowser, just took the damn princess and used all the star power to put everybody in paintings. Now I need you to take your ass inside those paintings and recover the stars with a little bit of jumping, what? A little bit of punching, what? And a little bit of ass whooping, what? To save Princess Peach. And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Toad said so.